What if I told you that right now, on the streets of New York, entire car brands are quietly disappearing, and almost nobody is talking about it? Not recalls, not scandals splashed across the news, just showrooms going dark, dealer lots shrinking, and lineups getting thinner every single month. Some of these names used to be everywhere, parked outside every apartment building, lined up outside every dealership from Brooklyn to the Bronx. Today we're counting down 6 brands that are losing their grip on New York, one number at a time. And by the time we get to the first one, you're going to look at your own street differently. Because the brand sitting at number 1 is not the underdog you'd expect. It's a name that used to feel untouchable. We're starting at the bottom of the list, but don't mistake bottom for small. This first brand still sells cars every day, but the momentum has quietly stalled. Think of it like a runner who used to lead the pack and now just jogs to stay in the picture. The lineup got smaller, the incentives got bigger, and dealers started leaning on service departments to pay the bills instead of new sales. Here's the interesting part. It's not that people stopped liking the cars. It's that the brand stopped giving people a reason to choose it over something newer, cheaper, or more efficient. Engineers didn't fail here. Marketing and product timing did. And in a city like New York, where every square foot of curb space is a battle, a brand that hesitates gets replaced overnight by whatever rolls in next. That's exactly what's happening right now, quietly, block by block. Before we go further, let's pause for a second. If this kind of behind-the-scenes car story is your thing, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Share this video with a friend who drives one of these brands, and drop a comment telling us which car is parked outside your building right now. It genuinely helps us know what to dig into next. Now, back to the collapse in progress, because brand number 5 is a completely different kind of story. Number 5 isn't fading from neglect, it's getting squeezed. Picture 2 rivals boxing in a ring that keeps shrinking, and this brand is standing right in the middle of it, taking hits from both sides. On one side, cheaper competitors are offering nearly the same technology for less money. On the other side, premium brands are dropping their prices just enough to poach the exact buyer this brand used to own. That's the trap. It's not that the engineering is bad. In fact, technicians often report that the powertrains here are some of the smoothest in their class, refined in a way that feels almost effortless on the highway. But refinement doesn't sell a car by itself anymore. Buyers want a story, a reason, a feeling. And right now, this brand feels like the reliable coworker nobody talks about at the party. Solid, dependable, forgettable. In a city that runs on flash and reputation, forgettable is a slow death sentence, and New York dealers are already feeling it in their order sheets. Now, here's what nobody tells you about brand number 4. This one isn't struggling because of the car. It's struggling because of the badge. Years ago, this name meant something specific, something people were proud to park outside a restaurant in Manhattan. Then the lineup got diluted. Model after model stretched the brand identity thinner and thinner until it started to feel like the automotive equivalent of a once famous chef opening a diner. The food might still be decent, but the magic is gone. Owners routinely say the newer models feel like rebadged versions of something else entirely, missing the personality that used to justify the price tag. And once a badge stops carrying weight, the resale value follows it down. That's the real crisis here. It's not what's under the hood, it's what's in people's heads when they picture this name. And in a city obsessed with status, that perception problem is brutal. But wait, because brand number 3 flips the script completely. This isn't a case of neglect or dilution. This is a brand that bet everything on one technology, moved too fast, and got caught flat-footed when the market shifted underneath it. Think of it like sprinting across ice, confident and fast, right up until the moment the ground disappears. Production numbers spiked, then cratered. Dealers who stocked up are now sitting on inventory that isn't moving the way it used to. And here's the twist that most people miss entirely. The cars themselves are genuinely impressive on paper. packed with technology that looked like the future just 2 years ago. The problem isn't the product, it's the timing. And timing in the auto industry is nearly impossible to fake your way back from once you've fallen behind. If you're catching the pattern here, you already understand something most car shoppers never think about, and that alone puts you ahead of the crowd. So do us a favor before we get to the top 2, because this is exactly the kind of insight worth spreading. Subscribe if you haven't already, share this with someone who's shopping for a car right now, and comment with your guess for who's sitting at number 1. Seriously, guess before we get there because almost nobody gets it right on the first try. Now let's keep climbing, because brand number 2 is where things get genuinely uncomfortable. Number 2 isn't just losing sales, it's losing trust, and that is a completely different kind of collapse. Sales figures can bounce back in a good quarter. Trust takes years to rebuild, if it ever comes back at all. This brand built its reputation on toughness, on being the vehicle you could count on no matter what New York's brutal winters threw at it. Potholes, salted roads, stop-and-go traffic that never seems to end. But recent models have quietly chipped away at that reputation. One recall, one complaint thread, one word-of-mouth story at a time. I've talked to mechanics who say they're seeing the same issues repeat across multiple model years, which almost never used to happen with this name. And once mechanics start recommending something else to their customers, the damage spreads fast. Because in this city, word travels through repair shops faster than it travels through advertising. Here's where things get really interesting. Because brand number 1 is not the brand most people expect. It's not an obscure name nobody's heard of. It's a legacy player, a brand that used to feel like an automatic choice. The kind of name your parents trusted and you inherited without even thinking about it. And that's exactly why its decline in New York hits differently. This isn't a slow fade. Registration numbers here have dropped sharply enough that dealers are consolidating locations just to stay open, combining service bays and shrinking showroom floors to survive. The lineup that used to feel endless now feels stripped down to the essentials, almost apologetic in how little it offers. Owners describe a strange feeling of watching a brand they trusted their whole life start to feel like a stranger. And that emotional disconnect is far more dangerous than any sales chart could ever show. So what actually happened here? It comes down to a mix of slow decision-making at the top, a failure to keep pace with changing buyer expectations, and a lineup that stopped evolving while everyone else sprinted forward. Add in New York's uniquely brutal mix of high prices, limited parking, and buyers who expect the newest technology the moment it exists, and you get the perfect storm for a legacy name to lose its grip. This brand didn't collapse overnight. It eroded, quietly, the same way a foundation cracks long before a building actually falls. We just walked through 6 brands fighting for relevance in one of the toughest car markets in the country. And if there's one thing this list proves, it's that no name is too big to fade if it stops giving people a reason to choose it. New York doesn't wait around for nostalgia. It moves on to whatever earns its attention next. If you made it this far, you clearly care about this stuff more than the average driver. So let's make it official. Like this video if any of these 6 caught you off guard. Subscribe so you catch the next breakdown before anyone else does. And comment with the brand you think collapses next, because your comments genuinely shape what we investigate here. The next video is going to dig into the brands doing the exact opposite, the ones quietly taking over New York's streets while nobody's watching. You won't want to miss that one. Thanks for sticking around until the end. That actually means more than you'd think.